Greetings from Guayaquil, Ecuador. This is our first day here. Just wanted to give a brief update. This morning I did 2 radio interviews, 2 different stations, one of them HCJB2. If you know anything about shortwave radio ministry from years ago, HCJB was one of the powerhouses in Quito, Ecuador. I visited there many times over the past years, but this is now all Spanish-run station. And then did an hour TV program with Enlace. Enlace is the Spanish arm of TBN. And it was hosted by the pastor of the Assembly of God Church here in Guayaquil, who is also the president of Enlace for All of Ecuador. Tonight is actually they're calling it a congress or a conference on unity, church unity. There will also be some seminars on worship, but I am speaking on unity in the body of Christ, sort of closing out the conference. And that will be held at the Assembly of God Church here in Guayaquil. Tomorrow is our concert. The concert is with the Orquesta Sinfónica Cristiana del Ecuador. So it's the symphony orchestra, Christian symphony orchestra of Ecuador. And it's a great story. The gentleman who started the orchestra has a tremendous testimony of how God reached him actually at the moment he was going to take his life, despairing for his life. He was estranged from his wife and 2 children. He was living apart from the Lord and thought that he had just ruined his life beyond repair, and in despair was about to take his life. On the way to the bathroom with a cord or a rope, he just pushed the on button of his radio and happened to hear an all-night prayer vigil, actually a radio transmission from another country, and someone was talking to him, although they didn't know him, talking to him in his situation. And just miraculously, how God does it, he found him, rescued him, brought him to himself. That night he wept, actually, fell to his knees, repented and wept all night long. And in the morning called his wife, and she and their 2 children, she said the day before, had knelt down and asked God to rescue their daddy. And he did. So what a beautiful story. And he had been a musician in a secular field in clubs, and left all of that, sold bread for a while just to pay the bills, and then moved to the hardest area of Guayaquil, an area full of crime and delinquency. And he was talking to a group of kids. They were just grade school kids on the street one day. In fact, he was teaching a Sunday school class, and a couple of them had been in his class, and he saw one of them pass a handgun to the other child, and he said, "What are you doing?" And they said, "Well, we're keeping it for our parents, because when the police come, they won't search the children, and so we hide their weapons for them." And so he started saying, "Look, if you will give me your weapons, whether it be a knife or a club or whether it be a gun, I will give you an instrument." And so he started a program called Instruments for Guns. And out of that has grown this orchestra. It's a youth orchestra. These are kids from the roughest part of town, poorest part of town, and now the orchestra is about 60 strong, and they're not great, but what a great opportunity. So tomorrow night I am having a citywide event. They'll be opening with 8 songs. They're helping me on 3 songs. We gave them 10, but it overwhelmed them, and so they're just going to do 3. So I'm really looking forward to that. The rehearsal was this afternoon, which I missed because of preparing for tonight. But I'll get you an update on what happens from here. All right, thanks.